So the topic of today's sermon is legacy. A legacy is something that is passed down, that is given to us from someone before us and is given to us now. A lot of times you hear people talk about complaining about each other's personalities or complaining about how people act. And when you tell them to change or you tell them to try to do better or don't be this way, you often hear the same thing. I'm a product of my environment. I'm like this because this is how my parents raised me. This is the culture that I'm from. I'm supposed to be like this. Sometimes you hear people who say, oh, they talk too loud. Oh, that's part of my culture. Thai people talk really loud. Or you say, oh, I have these issues with this and that. Oh, that's normal for our people. And sometimes you blame it on culture. Sometimes you blame it on your parents. Oh, my parents raised me this way. They gave me a lot of money when I was younger, so I'm used to this. Or my parents always yell all the time, so that's why I yell. I'm used to this. It's the legacy. However, there were a couple very interesting cases that have been happening in history. One, if you research this on Google, the son of, I'm not sure if it's Baskin or Robbins, but Baskin Robbins is a very big, popular ice cream chain. Now, one of the sons, I'm going to say Baskin, but I'm not sure. One of the sons of the owners, he started eating the ice cream at a very, very young age. And at a very, very young age, because he ate so much ice cream from Baskin Robbins, he got very, very sick until he almost died. Because of that, he realized that ice cream could be dangerous and he didn't want anything to do with it. So he chose to forsake his own legacy, millions and millions of dollars. He has nothing to do with the business. He refuses to take any money from his parents. He lives his own life. It's a little harder, it's a little different, but he took the choice to not follow the path of his parents. Another issue we just talked about today was, I guess there's a Malaysian monk who's staying at a Payagiri right now, a lot of people are going to see him. And I just found out that his father was one of probably the most wealthiest people in Malaysia, if I heard that correctly. And he's been a monk for 20 years and he's an only son. That's another case of, the first question I asked was his parents okay with that? Being the only son and to ordain as a monk for 20 years, is his parents okay with that? But it's the same thing that it comes down to legacy. His parents gave him a legacy of money, gave him a legacy of wealth, but he chose to create a legacy of practice and Dhamma. And so in this life, it is true that we are greatly influenced by our culture, by our skin color, by our political views, by our parents, by our economic situation. But in the end, karma always wins. In the case of, you choose your own path. What you say is your choice. How you act is your choice. So therefore, don't blame other people for your actions. Make the right choices and live with the consequences.